Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the area of quadrilateral. So how we can find the area of different types of quadrilateral? Let us see first area of parallelogram. Area of a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram ABCD. We know that in a parallelogram, opposite sides are parallel and equal. AB is parallel to BC and AD is parallel to BC. You have to know about the property of the parallelogram that you have studied in class 8. Opposite sides are equal in parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. Diagonal bisect each other. Diagonal divide all the parallelogram into two triangles of equal area. These type of properties you have to know already. So how we will find the area of parallelogram? We will draw the perpendicular from D on the side AB. This is the height of the parallelogram. Suppose it is E. So formula is area of parallelogram is equal to base into height. Base into height. AB is the base, D is the height. We can take any side as the base, either longer side or shorter side. If we take AB as the base, we have to take the height from the opposite sides DC. If we take BC as the base, we will take the height from the opposite sides AD, that is this much. So any side may be base. BC into DF, it is also the area of parallelogram, and AB into DE, it is also the area of parallelogram. So we can write also BC into DF. If we take BC as the base, height will be DF. If we take AB as the base, we will take the height DE. So formula is base into height. That is the area of a parallelogram. Next, what is the perimeter of the parallelogram? We know that perimeter means sum of all the sides. So we can write AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. Next point, area of a rhombus. Area of a rhombus. What is rhombus? In a rhombus, all the four sides are equal. ABCD is a rhombus, a quadrilateral in which all the four sides are equal is called a rhombus. It is also a parallelogram. Rhombus is also a parallelogram. So DC is parallel to AB and AD is parallel to BC. In the parallelogram, we have written the formula base into height. Area of parallelogram base into height. So in case of rhombus, we can also apply the same formula base into height, because rhombus is also a parallelogram. So formula of area of parallelogram we can apply in case of rhombus. So area of a rhombus is equal to base into height. Base into height. One more formula for area of rhombus, if we draw both the diagonals AC and BD. In a rhombus, diagonal bisect each other at 90 degrees. Means both the diagonals are perpendicular. If one diagonal AC is D1, suppose AC is D1 and BD is D2. So next formula for area of rhombus is 1 by 2 D1 into D2. Means 1 by 2 product of diagonals. Product of diagonals. So there are two formulas for area of rhombus. First one is base into height. Next one is 1 by 2 product of diagonals. So it was area of parallelogram and area of a rhombus. Next topic we will see area of a trapezium. Area of a trapezium. You should also know what are the properties of a rhombus. So diagonal bisect each other at 90 degree. So AOB it will become a right angle triangle and all the sides are equal. So in the problem you can apply it. So next point is area of trapezium. Area of trapezium. See the figure of trapezium. ABCD a trapezium. Trapezium is a quadrilateral in which one pair of opposite sides are parallel and other pair of opposite sides are non-parallel. So here AB is parallel to DC. Draw the perpendiculars from DC to the opposite sides AB. It is E. Suppose this height is H. So area of trapezium formula is 1 by 2 sum of parallel sides. Sum of parallel sides into height. Height means distance between the parallel sides, perpendicular distance between the parallel sides. So here parallel sides are AB and DC. So 1 by 2 in bracket we can write DC plus AB, and what is the height? Height is DB, that is H. So if parallel sides are known and distance between the parallel sides, perpendicular distance between the parallel sides are known, we can use this formula to find the area of trapezium. If we join the midpoints of non-parallel sides, suppose midpoint of AD BM, midpoint of BC BN, if we join it, then if L is the midpoint of AD and L is the midpoint of BC, then we can write MN is equal to 1 by 2 AB plus DC. MN is equal to 1 by 2 sum of the parallel sides AB plus DC. This result can be proved by midpoint theorem. Midpoint theorem is not taught to you, so only you have to remember this result. Mn is equal to 1 by 2 sum of the parallel sides. So area of parallelogram, area of rhombus and area of trapezium proven. Now we will see what is the area of a regular hexagon. Area of a regular hexagon. Now we will find the area of a regular hexagon. A regular hexagon means 6-sided polygon. All the sides are equal and all the interior angles are also equal. Suppose it is a regular hexagon, A, B, C, D, E, F. All the sides are equal. Let us suppose each side is equal to A. Each side is equal to A. All the sides are equal. How we will find the area of this regular hexagon? If we draw a circumcircle, it will be like this. If we draw a circumcircle of a regular hexagon, it will come like this, and center of the circumcircle, suppose it is O. So join O to A and O to B, O to C. What will be OA and OB? It is a radius of the circle. Radius of the circumcircle, so both will be equal. OA is equal to OB, radii of circumcircle. Radii of circumcircle. So OA and OB both will be equal. Similarly, OC, OD, OE, OF, all are radii of circumcircle. So OA, OB, OC, OD, these lengths will be equal. We know that equal chord, what is AB? AB is the chord of the circle. AB is the chord of the circle. BC is also the chord of the circle. AB, BC, CD, DE, EF and AF all are equal because it is a regular hexagon. We know that in a circle, equal chord makes equal angle at the center. So AB is the chord. Total angle is how much? 60 degree. So one angle AOB, it will total angle is 360 degree. Total angle means complete angle around O, it will come 360, and it is divided into 6 central angle. So one angle will be 60 degree. So angle AOB is equal to 60 degree. Since OA is equal to OB, OA is equal to OB, radii of circumcircle, so their opposite angle will be also equal. Therefore, angle OAB, it will be equal to angle OBA. We know that in a triangle, if two sides are equal, their opposite angles are also equal. So angle A and angle B will be equal. What will be the sum of these three angles? By angle sum property. So in triangle OAB, we can write angle AOB plus angle OAB plus angle OBA is equal to 180 degree. Sum of these three angles. AOB is 60 degree. Angle OAB, OBA, it is also equal to A. So we can write here OAB is equal to 180. 60 degree plus twice angle OAB is equal to 180. Transpose 60 degree right side. Twice angle OAB is equal to 180 degree minus 60 degree. Twice angle OAB, it is 120. So what will be angle OAB? Angle AOB will come 60 degree. So this angle is 60 degree and both are equal. So A and B both are 60 each. So we see that all these three angles are 60 degree. It means OAB is an equilateral triangle. So therefore, triangle OAB is an equilateral triangle. Similarly, OBC will be also equilateral triangle. ODC also equilateral triangle. So there are 6 equilateral triangles in the hexagon. We will find the area of one equilateral triangle and multiply it by 6 to get the area of whole regular hexagon. So what is the area of equilateral triangle? Root 3 by 4 into side square. I have told you in the previous video. So area of a regular hexagon is equal to 6 into area of equilateral triangle OAB. 6 into area of equilateral triangle OAB. We know that area of equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 into side square. And what is one side? A. This is also A. This one also root 3 by 4 into A square. 2 3 are 6. 2 2 4. 3 root 3 by 2 into A square. This is the area of a regular hexagon. So we have discussed today area of parallelogram is base into height. Area of rhombus, there are two formula, base into height and 1 by 2 product of diagonals. Area of trapezium, 1 by 2 sum of parallel sides into the perpendicular distance between them. And this one, area of a regular hexagon, is root 6 into area of one equilateral triangle OAB. So I hope that it is clear to you. Now we will see some problem from the exercise. So exercise 1B. See next exercise 1B. Question number 1. A part. The diagonals of a rhombus are 24 cm and 10 cm. Diagonals of a rhombus are 24 cm and 10 cm. We have to find first part area, second part perimeter, third part distance between parallel sides, distance between parallel sides. To see the question number first, A part, diagonals of a rhombus are 24 cm and 10 cm. Find first part, its area, its perimeter and the distance between the parallel sides. We know that this is the rhombus ABCD. These are diagonals AC and BD. One diagonal is 24 cm, other diagonal BD we can take 10 cm. So D1 is equal to 24 cm, D2 is equal to 10 cm. First part we have to find area. Area is 1 by 2 D1 into D2, product of diagonals. So 1 by 2 D1 24, D2 10. We can cancel it. 12 times 12 into 10, 120 square centimeter. This is the first part, 120 centimeter square. Second part is how we will find the perimeter. We know that perimeter means sum of all the four sides. Each side is equal. Every side is equal. Firstly we will find the side, then we will multiply it by 4 to get its perimeter. We know that diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree. So this angle O is 90 degree. Diagonal is bisected, so OA will be 12 centimeter and OB will be 5 centimeter. So here we will use the property of rhombus. since diagonal of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree. So therefore, OA is equal to 12 centimeter, OB is equal to 5 centimeter, half of 10, 5, and angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. So triangle AOB is a right angle triangle. Triangle AOB is a right angle triangle. We can use Pythagoras theorem to find the side AB. So in right triangle AOB by Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem. What is Pythagoras theorem? 90 degree opposite side is called hypotenuse. The square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of other two sides. So we can write AB square is equal to AO square plus OB square. AB square, how much AO is 12, so 12 square, OB is 5, 5 square, 12 square 144, 5 square 25, it will come 169. So AB square is equal to 169. What will be AB? We will take the square root of 169, and square root of 169 is 13 centimeter. So this side AB is 13 centimeter. We know that in a rhombus all the four sides are equal. So 13. What will be perimeter? Second part. Perimeter is equal to 4 into side. One side is 13, so 13 into 4, 52 centimeter. So it is the second part answer. Perimeter is equal to 52 centimeter. Third part, what is the distance between the parallel sides? So how we will find the distance between the parallel sides? So rhombus was ABCD. We know that opposite sides are parallel. We have to find this distance between the parallel sides. Let the distance between the parallel sides be h. How much AB? AB is 13 centimeter. One side is 13 centimeter. Again we will write area of the rhombus using the formula base into height. So area of rhombus, we have already calculated area of rhombus in the first part. How much area? 120 centimeter square. Area of rhombus, we can apply the formula base into height. So AB into h is equal to 120. H is 13. So what is h? 120 by 13 centimeter. We can change it into mixed fraction. 13 9 117, 3 divided 9 whole 3 by 13 centimeter. So we have calculated all the values, area, perimeter and distance between the parallel sides. Now we will see the next question. See the next question. Question number 4. A part. The length of a diagonal of a quadrilateral is 24. The length of a diagonal of a quadrilateral is 24 centimeter. The length of the perpendicular from the opposite vertices on this diagonal are 8.4 centimeter and 7.6 centimeter. Find the area of quadrilateral. Find the area of the quadrilateral. Also find the ratio of the area of two triangles into which the diagonals divides the quadrilateral. Also find the ratio of the area of two triangles into which the diagonals divides the quadrilateral. Question number 4, first part. See again question. The length of a diagonal of a quadrilateral is 24 centimeter. Firstly, we will draw a quadrilateral. A, B, C, D is a quadrilateral. One diagonal AC, that is 24 centimeter. It is 24 centimeter. Diagonal AC suppose 24 centimeter. The length of the perpendiculars from the opposite vertices on this diagonal. So opposite vertices are D and B. So draw the perpendicular from opposite vertices. Suppose it is DE, and from B draw the perpendicular on the diagonal AC. One diagonal length is 8.4 and other is 7.6 centimeter. So we can write DE is equal to 8.4 centimeter and next length BF, it is equal to 7.6 centimeter. These things are given in the problem. We have to find the area of this quadrilateral ABCD. We know that the diagonal AC divides both the quadrilateral into two triangles. One triangle is ADC, another triangle is ABC. We will find the areas of these two triangles and add them to get the area of both the quadrilateral ABCD. So, write area of quadrilateral ABCD. Area of quadrilateral ABCD is equal to area of triangle ADC plus area of triangle ABC. What is area of triangle ADC? Area of triangle is half base into height. So base is AC, base will be AC and height is DE. So we can write 1 by 2, base is AC, height is DE, plus 1 by 2, area of triangle ABC, again base will be AC, but height here BF. We can take 1 by 2 AC common, 1 by 2 AC common in both, so DE plus BF. Value of AC 24, DE is 8.4 and BF is 7.6. We can cancel here 12 times 12 into 8.4 plus 7.6. 6 plus 4, 10, carry 1, 8 plus 7, 15 plus 1, 16. So 12 into 16.0. Multiply it, 12 into 16, 12 6 are 72, carry 7, 12 1 are 12 and 7, 19. 192 centimeter square. It is the area of quadrilateral ABCD. One more part in this question. We have to find the ratio of the area of triangle ABC to the area of triangle ABC. So, see the next part. Area of triangle ADC upon area of triangle ABC. ADC upon ABC. Area of triangle ADC is 1 by 2 base into height, base is AC and height is DE. 1 by 2 base is AC and height is BF. AC cancel with AC, half we can cancel, so we will get DE upon BF. DE is 8.4 and BF is 7.6. We can remove the decimal and cancel it, reduce it. So 4 2 ja 8, 4 1 ja 4, 4 1 ja 4, remainder 3, 36, 4 9 ja 36. 21 upon 19. We cannot reduce it further. So what is the ratio? Area of triangle ADC ratio area of triangle ABC is equal to 21:90. So in this way we can do the problem. Try to do some questions yourself, read it out, you can ask. Okay, thank you class.